Hello everyone. Today I am here to show you guys how I cook my homemade chicken soup. This meal is good when you're not feeling well or if it's cold and you just want something hot. It is cold season. We do know it's going to slowly get cold pretty soon. Some areas it's actually cold, but in Florida it's still freaking hot. But anyways, here is the ingredients that is laid out. This is everything I'll be using to cook my chicken noodle soup. As you can see, I have vermicelli to have noodles, and my soup is the smaller one. I have celery right here. I don't know what this is called, but my mom usually uses this to make soup. It's like this big green onion. So I'll be using that. I have fresh garlic that I'll be using. I have 5 potatoes, 5 carrots. I'll be adding corn. I'll probably just add the remaining 4 corns that I have. I'll be using peppercorn peppers, a cube of Maggi. I need my nails done. I'll be using this chicken flavored season. Since it's a chicken soup, you do want to have that chicken flavor. I will also be using this just because I love it. And I'll be using chicken breast for my meat. And I have my assistant in the background. Of course, he wants to be heard. So stick around so you guys can learn how I cook my homemade chicken soup. Okay, so to get started, I have my pot here and I am going to add just a little bit of oil so I can saute my chicken breast. Here's my chicken breast. I seasoned it with black pepper and onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, and also my chicken flavor season. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the oil to get hot, just a little bit. Okay, so the oil is getting hot, so I'm placing in my chicken breast so they can cook down a little bit. Now the goal is not to cook the chicken breast. We're just going to saute the chicken breast since the chicken breasts do need to go back into the pot to boil with the water to create that broth that will have that awesome chicken flavor. Okay. And you can hear my assistant, he's in the background. I wish there was more he could do besides doing all the baby talk, but he's here. Okay, as you can see, the chicken is now, frying down. It's going to saute in the oil lightly. And from there, I'll show you guys the next step. Okay, I'm now taking them out. He do?
Kiss, 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 kiss. Ah!
Okay, so far this is how the broth is looking. You can see my piece of chicken, which I will shred later. But this is how the broth is looking. And now I'm going to add my herbs to cook in here. This is the big green onions that I don't know what it's called. Add this in here. That's the remaining of it. Okay, so now I am going to season the broth. So the first thing I will season it with is this, my chicken flavored season. I am using 1 tablespoon. I will also use 1 tablespoon of this. Yeah, it's similar, but both have their own flavor, and I like to mix it in. You always want to start light with your season so your broth is not salty. I'm going to allow this to boil just a little bit and then add my carrots and my celeries. Okay, it's time to add the carrots and the celeries. As you can see, I cut them up. So you're going to add this to your broth. Now I can take out my chicken to kind of shred them just a little bit. So I'm just shredding up the chicken. So put it back in. Alright, so this is my chicken. I'll shred it to go right back in my noodles, my noodle chicken soup. So I'm just going to allow the carrots to cook a little bit before I add this in. Time to add the potatoes. Soup starting to look good. Tastes good. You want to add your noodles last because they do not take long to cook at all. This is perfect again when it's cold, or if your loved one is sick and you want to give them a nice hot chicken soup, that is a perfect recipe. All right, so it's time to add the noodles. I am using half of vermicelli's right here. I didn't want to add too much noodles, so I'm using just half of it because the soup is almost done. So you want to add your noodles last because you don't want it to overcook. If you add it in the beginning, it will be overcooked. So you add it last. And then I'm going to mix this in and allow the noodles to cook just a little bit. Once your noodles done cooking, then your soup is pretty much ready. All right, so we're gonna let this cook down a little bit more. To prevent my potatoes from overcooking, I took them out while the noodles are in the pot cooking down. You know, you don't want your potatoes to overcook, so you definitely want to take them out. This is what the noodles looking like in the soup. I have my corn, you know, I have my carrots, my celeries, my chicken right here. The noodles is almost done. So you have like a nice chicken soup that you can enjoy. All right, so this is the finishing product. You have your chicken noodle soup with your noodles, your corn, potatoes, celery, and carrot. I have a lime, so I can squeeze a little bit of lime juice into my broth. You could have it however you want, but this is just a recipe that I like to cook in my household, so I thought I'd share with you guys. If you tried, let me know if you like it, or if you have a soup recipe yourself and you like to share it, please do. I love trying new food. Thank you for watching. Bye.